Joyful adventure on its come, join the ride. Joyful adventure.
Welcome back to Joyful Adventure Audits. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We're documenting Birmingham's lost, closed, abandoned, and repurposed pubs, completely free for everyone to enjoy. It's October 2025, and today we're in Wylde Green, Sutton Coldfield, standing at Birmingham Road. But unlike some of our visits where we can still see the old pub building, here there's absolutely nothing left. Just modern retirement apartments called Broadleaf House by Adlington. This is where the Wylde Green pub once stood, a sprawling Greene King Hungry Horse venue with a bowling green, a Wacky Warehouse kids party area, and decades of community memories. Closed in 2019, demolished in 2021, and now completely erased from the landscape. Let's dig into the history of this site and what was lost when the Wylde Green disappeared. First, let's talk about Wylde Green itself, because the area's name tells you a lot about its character. In the 16th century, this was called the Wyld, barren common land that was sparsely populated and, according to local records, frequented by lawless bandits and robbers. Court records from 1579 mention Mainey and the Wyld as one of 5 districts in Sutton Coldfield, with its own tithingman reporting minor offences. The name goes back even further, to the 13th century when this land between Sutton Park and Walmley was indeed wild and uncultivated. As population grew, the land was gradually brought under the plough and turned into farmland. By 1240, documents refer to large fields being set out at the Sutton measure of 20 acres. A hamlet formed around a green at the junction of Wylde Green Road and Birmingham Road, the very heart of what would become Wylde Green. Disaster struck in 1349 when the Black Death carried off half the population and the hamlet was abandoned. But the farmland remained in cultivation, organised into larger units like Wylde Green Farm. The area really took off after 1825 when the Sutton Coldfield Enclosure Act allowed more development. In 1840, Wylde Green School was founded for about 60 pupils. Then in 1862, Wylde Green Railway Station opened on the Sutton Coldfield branch line from Birmingham, and the area urbanised rapidly. By the 1850s, substantial Victorian mansions began appearing along Birmingham Road, and the area transformed into a desirable middle-class suburb with good housing and easy train access into Birmingham. So where does our pub fit into this? Well, here's the fascinating detail. The Wylde Green pub stood on the site of a former coaching inn. Think about that. Before the railway came in 1862, Birmingham Road was one of the main routes through the area, and coaching inns were essential stopping points for travellers, horses, and coaches travelling between Birmingham and points north. So there's been some form of inn or pub on this site for potentially 150 to 200 years, serving travellers first, then railway passengers, then the growing suburban community that developed around the station. The modern incarnation, the one most locals will remember, was a Greene King pub, part of their Hungry Horse chain. These were sprawling, family-friendly food-focused venues that appeared across Britain from the 1990s onwards. The Wylde Green was typical of the breed, large, comfortable, food-centered, offering mainstream ales. Camera described it as having little to disappoint but little to excite, which is actually a fair assessment of most Hungry Horse pubs. They weren't trying to be craft beer havens or gastropubs, they were aiming for reliable family dining with a pub atmosphere. One nice feature was the view of the adjacent Crown Bowling Green, though regulars noted it was hard to avoid the multiplicity of TV screens inside. The site also included Wylde Green Bowling Club with its Crown Green, and a Wacky Warehouse, one of those soft play areas and kids' party venues that became hugely popular in the 1990s and 2000s. In 2019, Greene King announced the Wylde Green would close, and the reaction from locals was immediate: anger and disappointment. The pub, the bowling green, and the Wacky Warehouse were all being sold together. Speculation immediately suggested it would become a care home, which prompted one local to tell reporters, "We don't want another care home." Greene King issued the standard corporate response: "To be able to continue to invest in our estate, from time to time we have to make difficult decisions. After much consideration, we accepted an offer for the Wylde Green and a sale has now been agreed in principle." Translation: someone offered good money for the land, and a pub making modest profits couldn't compete with residential development values. The bowling club was told they could continue until September 2019 and began searching for a new home in the area. Some regulars said they would miss going for meals and quizzes, or using the bowling green. It wasn't just a pub closing, it was a whole complex of community facilities disappearing overnight. The pub for adults, the bowling green for the elderly and sports enthusiasts, the Wacky Warehouse for families with young children. All gone in one swoop. Approval for demolition came in 2021. The plan was for an 82-bed care home. But what actually got built was Broadleaf House, luxury retirement apartments by Adlington, offering 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units. So not quite a traditional care home, but close, retirement living for older people with money. Standing here in 2025, there's absolutely no trace of the Wylde Green pub. The building's gone, the bowling green's gone, the Wacky Warehouse is gone. Just modern apartments on land that once hosted coaching inns, Victorian travellers, railway passengers, bowling clubs, children's birthday parties, and generations of families having Sunday lunch. The site stood on the corner of Birmingham Road and Ivyfield Road, a prominent position that developers clearly saw as prime real estate. And in fairness, retirement housing is needed. Britain's population is aging, and purpose-built accommodation for elderly people is in demand. But couldn't we have both? Couldn't we have kept the pub, or at least the bowling green, and built retirement housing around it? Apparently not. It's all or nothing in modern development. So that's the Wylde Green, Sutton Coldfield. From medieval wild land, to coaching inn, to Victorian railway suburb pub, to Greene King Hungry Horse, to luxury retirement apartments. The area has been constantly reinventing itself for 800 years. But something feels lost in this latest transformation. The coaching inn served travellers. The Victorian pub served the railway community. The Hungry Horse served families, bowling club members, kids at parties. The retirement apartments serve, well, affluent retirees who can afford private accommodation. I'm not saying retirement housing is bad, we need it. But when every pub, every community facility, every gathering place gets turned into exclusive residential developments, what happens to the community itself? If you remember the Wylde Green, share your memories in the comments below. And if you've got old photographs of the pub, the bowling green, anything from when it was operating, please email them to us. Details in the description. We may feature them in a future video. This is part of our ongoing series. We've now got hundreds of lost, closed, and repurposed Birmingham pubs documented on our channel, all completely free to watch. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you at the next Lost Pub.
Once a wild land where the wolves would roam, shadowed trees, a hunter's home. Echoes of hoofbeats on muddy stone, history in the earth. Now it's whispers, faint and thin, lost in bricks where dreams begin. The Wylde Green's gone, its spirit stays, bowling greens and laughter's haze, Sunday roasts and birthday cheer, all swept away, but still right here. rise high and clean, sterile walls where life had been. No scent of ale, no children's cries, just glassy stares and empty skies.
we sing.